Hey folks, a bit of a different kind of video here. Apologies for the weird lighting and the bad sound using the onboard mic of my camcorder. But about a year ago, I started getting back into Pokemon cards. I fished out my old collection from my parents' house. I waited in line at Target one week to buy a couple tins of one of the sets that was flipping for a decent value. And I just started opening packs again, here and there. But mainly, I got to thinking about old cards and old promos specifically, and there was one card that I never had as a kid that I was always jealous of and always really wanted, so I finally took to eBay and snagged one. Here it is, the Ancient Mew, or Hieroglyph Mew, as called it as a kid, and man, look how shiny that is. Man, this was like the card that I always wanted, never had. I never actually saw the first Pokemon movie in theaters. God, even the back looks different, and that is, whew, that's shiny. That's a really cool card. But yeah, I finally took to eBay and bought one. So I figured I would look at it here, show it off, and kind of just show off a couple other old movie promos I had, because I randomly have a couple. Looking at this card, the quality, I've never handled one of these, so I don't know exactly what to look for as far as like the quality of it, or even authenticity. Like, this could be a fake one. I don't know, but it feels real enough to me. I see one little line kind of down the middle. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on the camera. You can kind of see it there, like right in the middle, like a print line or something like that. So that's a little unfortunate. The back looks good. I didn't really examine this card too heavily before turning this on. I kind of want to just show it off because I'm super happy to have this in my collection now. I'm gonna go put it in a sleeve just real quick so I don't get any fingerprints on it. But yeah, back when Pokemon was like the new hotness, like everywhere had promos. I guess technically they had promos at like McDonald's this year that sold out really quick, but man, the movie promos were where it's at. And speaking of Mew, I have this one that I think came out around the time of the first movie. I have no idea how I got any of these, by the way. But I had to settle for this one. I didn't have the ancient hieroglyph Mew. I had just regular Mew. It looked like an actual Pokemon card. Thankfully, I took pretty decent care of these. I never really played with any of them. There's a couple white marks at the top of this card, but yeah, whatever. But I have, that I feel like probably came out around the time of the movie because of how important Mew was. But I have these two, which actually have little gold stamps that say Kids WB presents Pokemon the first movie on them. I want to say that around the time I grabbed my collection from my parents' house, I looked these up, and I think these might have come from Burger King. I'm not 100% sure. They have the regular backs to them with a couple white marks at the top, unfortunately. But yeah, I sort of had the holy movie trinity right here. I had Mew, Pikachu, and Mewtwo, but never the cool Mew. So now thankfully I do. Man, if I could go back in time and give this to me as a kid, I'd be so stoked. Unfortunately, I don't have my Detective Pikachu cards anymore. I did get those when I saw that movie, but I tossed them sometime later, not thinking they would ever be worth anything. Well, sucks to be me. I think the Holo Detective Pikachu is a couple bucks or something, but the last one I want to show off here is maybe the coolest card. It was the first reverse holo I ever saw, and there's a little bit of a story to go with this, but it is a reverse holo Entei. Look at that. God, that's beautiful. From the fourth movie, Pokemon Forever, I think, and this is like the cleanest one I have. I don't really, maybe some tiny white marks at the top corner, but yeah, I'm super proud of this one. A kid whose name I don't remember had a birthday party that was to see this movie, and it was in the party room at the theater, and we saw this, and we're given this card. I don't remember anything about the movie except Unknown was important in it. If there was Unknown promos, I think I'm happy to have the Entei. It's a lot cooler than Unknown anyway. But yeah, this is the first time I saw a reverse holo card, and it just like kind of blew my mind. I think last year, if I ever said I was going to get any of my old cards graded, this would be one of the top ones I would want to send in, because I think it's in pretty good shape. I think it would grade pretty well. I'm just going to sit these down here. But yeah, I don't know if this is interesting at all or anything, but I just kind of want to show these off because I had them. If you think this is interesting at all, I guess let me know in the comments or something. I should never do any videos like this ever again. Also let me know in the comments. But yeah, super glad to have this Ancient Mew in my collection, and who knows, maybe I'll buy some other cool singles here and there. Take it easy.